The wolf and bison demonstration started off with the release of 2 wolves into the field with the bison. The crowd got a chance to have the wolves walking right past them, and they immediately sought out the bison. They picked them out and immediately started heading over toward where the bison herd spent the afternoon. Once they'd spotted the bison, though, they kind of pulled back to orient themselves and then started to find what was left from the bison and started rolling around in some fresh bison poop. The fresh green poop gave them something to scent immediately and began to roll in it. Now, people used to think that they disguised their own scent by rolling in droppings like this, but studies out west have shown that they roll in deer poop and even mountain lion poop. And it's not so much to cover their own scent like we first thought, but it's more of to pick up the scent and carry it back to the pack to show them what they had found and what the pack might be interested in. You can see the bison's immediate reaction to having a predator in their midst. Not only the young ones got up to their feet, but the adults got up to their feet and began to move in between the young and the predators. The wolves themselves began to kind of circle around the herd and look for possible targets that they might be interested in. The bison being much bigger, obviously, than the wolves, don't run away from the wolves, but you can see here where they actually ran toward the wolves. The animals were able to kind of show the predators that, hey, we're here to protect our young, and move them out. Gray wolf populations in the natural world used to be throughout the United States. Today we find them primarily in Alaska, Canada, the northern Rocky Mountains, and we begin to see populations moving into areas such as Montana, Washington, Idaho, and Wyoming. Wolves from Alberta and British Columbia were captured in the 1990s and brought into the Yellowstone National Park area, where they'd been extinct since the 1930s, so we now find them in these areas as well.
Their success rate is about 1 in 10. Contrary to what you may have seen on TV, a hunting sequence does not take 5, 10, 15 minutes. A hunting sequence, from the time they have acquired the possibility of taking down an animal to the time that they are finally successful, can be several hours, if not a few days. And if wolves were to run into a spate of bad luck, it could be a week or more before they are successful. So, wolves will make a kill, consume all that they can, go off, sleep off that meal, and when they get up again, they are going to be spending a lot of their waking hours on their paws looking for their next meal. If they are not successful, they will return to the site of that carcass that they killed the day before and continue to feed off of it. When the wolves leave a carcass after they've eaten their fill, they are also inadvertently providing food for numerous other animals in the ecosystem. In Yellowstone alone, it has been observed of 42 different species of birds eating off of the carcass. And when it comes to those large ungulates that the wolves are able to take down, but the smaller animals such as the coyotes and foxes are not able to, by opening up the carcass, the wolves then make it easier for the wolves and coyotes and smaller animals in the area to get at the meat. So a pack usually starts with a male and a female. They'll have pups that first year, and then the pack will evolve over time with different generations of pups. As the pack matures and more individuals are brought into the pack, some individuals will get harassed, and sometimes they get kicked out of the pack and they have to leave and find their own territory. Or sometimes middle-aged animals, the teenagers, will go off on their own to see if they can't start their own family. Occasionally, like college kids, they come back home if life isn't good. And if they're lucky, they either can start their own pack or they may move in with the neighbors. We used to think that wolf packs were a closed society, that you were either born into a pack or you started your own pack. With all of the radio-collared wolves in Yellowstone, we're discovering that sometimes juvenile wolves will move in with the neighbors to kind of hang out for a long weekend and then come back home. That way, if things don't go so well in their home pack, their natal pack, the pack they were born into, they can just move in with the neighbors and nobody is going to notice so much that there's an extra mouth to feed. Each wolf in the pack has its own position, and each wolf is trying to get the highest position in the pack because that's where they have most access to limited resources, and that's where some of the strife will come in. Wolves do not settle every disagreement with physical conflict. They use a lot of psychological intimidation because it's not in their best interest to constantly be hurting members of their own pack. They need the rest of the pack members in order to help raise the young, guard the territory, defend it from intruders, and to help take down the large prey, such as the bison that we have here at Wolf Park.
Enter to win a free turkey hunt with Indiana's 2010 Turkey Calling Champion. Indiana Outdoor Adventures is offering a free drawing to anyone age 18 years and older. The winner will receive a 2-day turkey hunt in southern Indiana with Indiana Outdoor Adventures pro staff member and state turkey calling champion Jack Rawlins. The winner will receive a gift pack of custom-made turkey calls, a weekend stay in a log cabin, and your hunt will be aired next season as part of Indiana Outdoor Adventures. Enter online today at www.indianaoutdooradventures.com. One entry per person. The drawing will be held March 31st, 2011.
Lawrence County is an unexpected destination found in the heart of southern Indiana rolling hills, offering recreational landscapes, a rich limestone heritage, and unique outdoor experiences. This area is limestone country, well known for limestone quarries and stone carving heritage. It's also the home of Spring Mill State Park, geocaches, the scenic East Fork of the White River, and underground caverns. Plan your adventure at limestonecountry.com or call 800-798-0769.
Man, I've been all over this farm. There ain't a bird in 5 miles of this place.
Hey man, obviously that ain't working.
Try this Derby City call, Old Growth Striker. Take it for a ride. Now that's what I'm talking about. Check out our complete product line at derbycitycalls.com. Derby City, it's your call.
Follow Indiana Outdoor Adventures online with Facebook, Twitter, and our website. Stay up to date with our exciting adventures as we're out in the field filming and meeting new people. From news updates and announcements to Twitter posts by co-host Troy McCormick. Why wait until the next season of shows when you can follow us as we're filming them? Join us online to get the most current news on Indiana Outdoor Adventures.
November 1st, rut's really just now starting to kick off. So we're set up. We're going to see what happens. It's about 5:30, so we probably have about an hour and a half, 2 hours until dark. And it's about prime time, so we'll see what we can find.
We're joining Amanda during the early archery season here, and she's got a great spot picked out. There's a lot of deer activity in the area. She's got young bucks working through the area. There are does moving around both under the stand, out in front of the stand. And while you can't hear it on tape, there's actually a buck grunting in the thicket out in front of her and moving around. Does are moving in and out, and this buck's really working the area, and they've only caught a few glimpses of him. So every time a doe comes out, she's getting ready, but it isn't until last shooting light before the buck makes his appearance. Let's see what happens. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait. Wait till he turns broadside. Meh. Hey. I think he's still up, isn't he? Is he still up?
He's moved around a little. He didn't go very far. Did you get it?
What a great shot. Let's see that one again.
I still hear him over there. You might want to get your phone.
I know it. You know, it's pretty bad when the cameraman's shaking worse than the bow hunter. You do real good, buddy.
Oh, he's down.
Is he down?
He's still snoring, but yeah. He's laying right there.
I just sit there, man.
I'm about to fall out of the tree. I'm sorry.
I don't know what he is. I think he's an 8-pointer. I couldn't really tell, but he's about that
He
big.
looked like he had long tines. Really.
Yeah, he got nice tines. I think I see him now. Is that him?
I see him. He's right there. Oh, he's right there. It's November 2nd. We've been out the last couple of days watching small bucks chase does, or we've been hearing about it at least. And this has been a great spot. We saw 2 bucks here last night, small bucks. Could have shot either one of them probably, but we passed. And I decided tonight was the night this guy came along. He was looking for some loving. There were does everywhere, and we heard him grunt a couple times. And he wasn't really very receptive to the grunts or anything, but we rattled a couple times and he came back. So the fire knock, you'll probably see in the footage, the fire knock lit up really well, so it was really easy to see right where he was hit. So we kind of knew that he was going to drop pretty close, so there was no tracking the deer or anything. He's a good-looking deer. My first bow kill, so I'm pretty excited about it. But weather's perfect. We're gonna get him cleaned up and go check him in.